Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, you all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Earthbound. So, it happened again where I thought I had a pretty awesome episode that I was recording, going through it all, and after I'm done recording, I'm done talking, I look down at my audio interface, and I see that my button isn't pushed. I don't see a little red light. So basically, this is post-commentary. I apologize. A lot of people... I always get into this discussion every time this happens, but it's like a lot of people enjoy post-commentary or like doing it. Others despise it. I'm one of those people who simply just does not like doing post-commentary. But I know that if I did post-commentary, there'll be a lot more LPs, I think, you know, because I'll be focusing on the game, you know, all that good stuff. But, I just feel like the emotion's not going to be there. And frankly, I forget what I'm even doing in the whole episode. And that's exactly what's happening here. Like, especially, like, because I was playing it live. And it's like, oh, crap. Now the present me is trying to think about what past me was doing during these videos. But regardless, that was a new enemy. This guy's talking about there's a weird tower in the northwest there. And that he has a key that could possibly open up to it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we kind of know where we need to go. And actually, speaking about the enemies here, they do give off... They're pretty much the same as the ones in the other desert by Foresight, but there's stronger varieties and versions of it. Now, this guy actually sells French fry pan, a crusher beam, and some of the multi-bottle rocket for Jeff. So it's I think it's actually a... Actually, no, wait, I did not even use it yet. But obviously, it's an item for Jeff. But considering the price for it, and it's a one-time use, I'm expecting it to be a very nice item. But who knows? But obviously, as you can tell, we do not have enough money whatsoever to pick those up. So I'm going to come back later. And let's see here. So these are actually different. I mean, it's not the other ones we fought were beautiful UFOs. These are high-class UFOs or whatever the hell the game decided to call them. And I want to say a majority of these enemies are weak to... I was going to say freeze, but I just saw how that thing was actually weak to fire. It seems like the majority of ones I run into are always weak to freeze. But honestly, it's a quick way to figure out. It's like, if we really want to know, and if Pooh was still in a party... We could have had her, or Paula, use fire, and Pooh use freeze, and now you figure out which one is actually good to have. Or actually, you know what, you could use Jeff, his spy command, but nah. So, I'm guessing this was a tower. It's like, oh, but it's just a freaking dude. But no, this is a tower indeed. And just listen to the music as you come in here. Yeah. It's odd, isn't it? Welcome, you were inside my body. Brick Road. But even this right here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Like I'm not surprised at all this game anymore. The music, the direction it takes. But, geez. My statistics show about 70% of the people go to the right first. Brick Road. Well, screw that, I'm gonna go to the left. And actually, it's nice that you go to the left because you have all your commodities. You have like a bench that can heal you up. It's kind of like just resting in an inn. There's a phone, ATM, a hospital if you need it. So it's actually nice that you go to the left first. Now I was gonna say something too. So you guys may be wondering, like, who the hell's Brick Road and what the hell's up with all these signs? Now presents, which are actually enemies, but don't worry, these are actually enemies that we already fought. I believe at the Foresight department store? At that multi-level store, during the night how they had enemies. These are the same ones, I believe. So as I was saying, you might be wondering who the hell is Brick Road and like why is he leaving all these signs? If you guys remember in Winters, when after we crossed the lake with Tess, we're trying to go visit Dr. Andonauts' lab. We had to go through Brick Road's maze, which it's not hard, really, but just an inconvenience. But that's where we first saw him. Because as I was playing this, I'm like, this guy looks really familiar. Like, this all sounds familiar, but, yeah, it's simply just, we've seen it before. And we fixed a broken cannon. We got the spectrum beam. Now, I was surprised about that, because it's like, wait a minute. So maybe I did have high enough IQ. It just, I guess whenever I tried sleeping, I wasn't lucky enough to get the prompt. So, the spectrum beam is, and actually you can see how much better it is for Jeff there, like 20 attack, so it's pretty nice. And actually, I think because of that, there's no need to get the Crusher Beam, I believe it's called, at, when we were in the desert. There's no point, so that's nice. You can save up a little money there. Obviously, at this point in time, I didn't know, but, did I not take money out? Actually, I'm gonna do that later. Keep this board in mind. Okay, it will do. Even though you can't get up there now, you might be able to later. I don't see why not. Your first goal is to reach the 4 ropes. Yep. And place an item at the dead end. You are free to take whenever you want. See, I was a little skeptical. It's like, dang it, how do I know which one's an item, which one's an enemy? And I got happy here because they have freaking Morcilla soup again. I apologize if I gushed over it the first time I saw it in the game. I'm like, what the hell? It's caught me off guard. While you explore the dungeon, why don't you make a pit stop? Okay. I wonder why I'm in this restroom right now. Just who am I? What is this life? What is life all about? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you nervous? I'm not dangerous. Don't worry. Well, can I come in then? I guess not. The guy's just gonna be in there. I still don't know how the purpose of that room is. But, we'll leave it for now. There's a useful item at the dead end after you make quite a long walk. Okay. So, there are a couple branching paths to this dungeon. And, I mean, it's not so bad, but you still kind of want to pay attention. Once a dungeon is built, monsters always start moving in. Yeah, it's Dungeon 101. You know, like a cave is built, or a dungeon's built in a cave, or some creepy place. Monsters, boom. And look at this, $5. Items are easy to get are usually disappointing. Usually, while other times I can be like, whoa, okay. And I am surprised how these enemies are not actually running away from us, considering it's like, you guys are pretty dang weak. But what are you gonna do? Actually, I believe that scalding coffee cup, if you don't kill it fast enough, it can actually like do an area of effect attack on everybody. Or just attack everybody, I should say. And it hurts quite a bit, so you kind of want to watch out for that. Maybe that's why they don't run away just of yet. But look, if you even get a preemptive strike on them, 6 experience. And a snake that, if I remember even to use. Because I'm really running low on space, as you guys can tell. I only have one item slot left, and it's like, that's my fault when it comes to item management in this game. Don't be a slacker. If you work hard, you'll get good stuff. That's pretty dang true. I couldn't agree more with the pinning of the left billboard. And in here we got the super plush bear. If you guys remember these, basically they act as a temporary party member, in the sense that they absorb the damage that your main party members may get. So it's actually pretty dang nice to have. I built a bulletin board without a notice on it. That's odd. And notice we can't get up there just yet. The grass is always greener on the other rope. I wonder where that is. I have a bad tendency to jumble up my words, and I hate that. I'm trying to fix that by myself, but let's see how that's gonna go. Oh, dead end. If you work hard, you don't have time to get burned. Well, I guess that's true. I mean, okay, hell no. Let's reset that. I guess there's times where even if you do work hard, I mean, there are people who could screw you over. I'm not trying to be very, like, give like a grim outlook and things. In this thing, I was like, what the hell's that? Because I don't think I ever... Wait, what sprite is that? Ah, Dali's clock. Well, you know, Salvador Dali apparently makes an appearance in this game, or at least his work does. So it's at this point I'm like, ah, crap, we'll just use freeze, see how that works. Yeah, I'm not trying to give him the grim outlook in life. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Like, you guys want to believe, like, many of you younger viewers watching this right now, if you guys are still in school or high school, whatever, before you might think that the workforce is going to be different. And I guess it really does depend on where you work. But from what I've seen so far in the big and small companies, there's just that gossip. There's like those cliques that exist, and it's like, really? But what are you gonna do? And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people screw other people over so they can get promoted, do whatever. But you know what? It's best, you know, you show the others out there, like, yeah, I'm good. Here's my work. You know, you take credit for it. You know, it's like, yeah, you want to be modest in certain areas in life, but other times it's like, if you know you did something good, and, like, for the advancement of others, F it. Take off that modesty filter for a little bit. I know I'm not reading these signs, but if you guys want, you can go ahead and read them yourselves. You don't have to read them, actually. You're standing right behind, or right around my belly button. A lot of these signs actually don't mean anything at all, but they're amusing. Right there, this music is one of my greatest accomplishments. I'm like, when I saw that, I still remember I said, wow, I can't even imagine how your failures may sound like, and I hope I don't have to hear it. So there's that. Now, have we run into these lesser mooks before? I'm not sure we have or not, but regardless, let's see how freeze works. As you can tell, freeze is not the way to go with these bastards. So make sure you want to use fire, because he also uses freeze. And well, thankfully, try going at it. He tried casting on a bear, but it didn't even work on him. So cool. But yeah, freeze. It hurts for them, but it also hurts for us. There we go. So where the hell is I even going with what I was talking about? I don't know. You see why I tend to avoid post-commentary? It just seems all over the place. Not saying that my regular commentary doesn't go all over the place, because it sure as hell does. Because, you know, it's still a technique, you know? You gotta find something to talk about for however long, you know? For me, like, on average, 20-25 minutes. And the thing is, a lot of people ask, like, you know, oh, could you record for, like, hours? Or, like, do, like, an hour-long episode? It's like, I don't know about that, guys. I mean, one, I don't see a lot of people sitting down and actually watching that the whole hour. And two, that just means I have less videos to hand out to you guys, because if I have hour-long videos, I have lesser episodes. I have less episodes to give out, and LP's done quickly, and then boom, you know, then they may take a while to get another LP out. But also comes back to rendering time. It also comes back to, what the hell am I going to talk about for an hour? I'm sure there's a lot of games out there that may help me come up with a variety of things for a full hour, but what you also got to realize is the strain it actually puts on the commentator's voice. Because, like, I never really was the biggest fan on staying too quiet in an LP. I can understand, like, during cutscenes, story stuff, that I understand. But if there's, like, nothing going on, like, no story, anything, like, I don't want to just sit down, play the game, and, like, say, like, one or two words or sentences every minute or two. To me, that doesn't seem like an LP anymore. That just seems like, oh, here, I'm recording a game. Oh, there's that guy. You know, stuff like that. I can possibly imagine if I was engrossed in the game, if I was just totally lost in thought, or maybe I'm thinking to myself, and it may happen. I don't know. But when there's some, you know, especially like one of the newer LPers when they start, and that's what they do, it's like you're gonna make people lose interest, because a lot of times, I mean, LPs at least what I believe anyway, is it not only comes down to the game you're playing. I mean, it's obviously a huge factor, but it also depends on what the commentator, what the LPer is actually bringing to the table. What is his unique style of commentating? What does he have to offer? What stories he has to tell? Stuff like that, you know? At least that's how I always look for LPs, you know? That's why I tend to focus on, like, oh, so how does this guy talk? What does he have to offer? Stuff like that. The game's cool, sure, but you learn interesting things from a variety of LPers. So that's why I like games that have been, like, overly done. For example, let's just say any of the Mario games, any of the Legend of Zelda games. You know, there's hundreds and hundreds of LPs of it. If not thousands, who knows? But there's always certain LPers out there that just have their own unique way of approaching it and providing these interesting stories. And it's like cool. So it kind of gives you a different experience every time if you decide to watch multiple LPs of the same game. And just like a billboard in the bottom said, it really says the same thing. And that thing scared the living crap out of me when I first saw it. That face is mine. Feel free to talk to it. Okay. I don't know if you're stuck in there or what is it? Welcome! And he actually healed us right there. Long time no see. Mr. Jeff, we met in Winters a long time ago. I'm Brick Road. Dr. Andonauts finally made me Dungeon Man. If you want, I'll come with you guys for a while. The return hole is over there. Jump in that hole and then walk out. So, yeah. The dude, Brick Road, is literally the dungeon. That's why it's Dungeon Man. I don't know why he wanted to be a dungeon, why he wanted to turn into this, but you know what? I don't think there's really a point to even discuss it or really go into it. It's just what he wanted, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he wanted in life. He's doing it. Good for him. That's what we should be saying. So, yeah, screw it. IQ capsule. And it's like, damn it, I need to get rid of stuff. So I'm at this point where I probably should get rid of some things. Like I saw right there, there's like the pencil, there's, who knows, I don't need the hieroglyphics anymore. Hieroglyphs. So even a couple of these healing items, I don't know why I don't even use it. Or these attack items are one use, like the snake and whatnot. I probably should use it. But I'm terrible when it comes to item management in this game. And this is coming from a guy who, if you guys ever played Resident Evil 4, you know how you have to rearrange the items in the attaché case? I love doing that. You know, because I always was proud of myself. I'm like, yes, this looks nice, you know, and I have my ammo in a certain area, and have my healing in a certain area, you know, everything was nice and neat. And look at this. This guy he wasn't lying when he said he was going to follow you around. But I took out some money because I want to go ahead and buy certain items here. And as I mentioned earlier, you see how the Crusher Beam no longer is highlighted or blinking, so that means that the Spectrum Beam from a broken cannon we fixed was actually a lot stronger in it. So we saved like about 1150 right there. And everything else really didn't need, except for Paula's better weapon there. I'm like, okay. I mean, granted, I don't really hit with Paula, with the frying pan, but in case I run out of PP, it's nice to fall back on. But it's also at this point, I'm like, crap, I need to sell some things. I'm like, if I'm gonna get a different frying pan, might as well sell the old one and get the new one. Easy as that. And then, I don't know, do I buy that multi-bottle rocket here? Because I'm like, you know what? I'm saving a little bit of money. Yeah, I'm spending a lot now with this multi-bottle rocket, but I kind of want to test it out. So, yeah. I have it for Jeff, and even till this recording right now, because right now I'm on part, let's see, this is what, 31 that you guys are watching now. I think I'm on part 34 as of this recording, and I've yet to use the multi-ball rocket, but if it costs that much money, it must be pretty dang nice. I don't know. I'm hoping anyway. So I think it's another new enemy. God, you know what? Have you guys ever played Fallout? 3 or 4 New Vegas. I forgot. I think in all of them. Oh god, what was the name? The name of like the spherical robots that like act as your assistants. That's kind of exactly what they remind me of, kinda. God, it's gonna bother me now. I don't remember their names. I was gonna say Gadgetron. I'm like, that is from Ratchet and Clank, so that's not it. They had a name attached to it and I cannot remember. But oh well. And of course, the photographic genius is gonna come down here and photograph our Fuzzy Pickles. Or excuse me, he wants to say Fuzzy Pickles. I honestly don't know if I'm ever gonna like this guy or what he does. You know what? I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but like I feel like they may pull off a Final Fantasy 15, and maybe like, you know, because if you guys haven't played it yet, I mean, you can take pictures of using Prompto. He's one of the main characters in the game, but his skill and what he loves doing is taking pictures. So like I don't know if it's gonna be like the same thing, and for this game, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm not really sure if I got into the Final Fantasy 15 topic yet. I think we actually will in the next episode. Now I'm thinking about it. And I didn't actually finish my thought in the next episode regarding what type of player I am when it comes to it. But I like anytime I play RPGs, I end up being more of like a tanky character, and I tend to forego any type of magic. And that's almost exactly what I did for Final Fantasy 15. I know Elemancy can be very powerful depending on what you put on it and all that. Oh wait, and he got stuck with his gun of palm trees. It's like, oh well, shoot. Now he's just gonna stay there because this is like his freaking final or eternal resting place. Ugh. So, regarding Final Fantasy 15 again, I just always use combat, and warp strikes. I never really used magic too much, and I know it could have been awesome using like a Furaga or maybe like the Tricast of like all three using, or no, not Tricast, but Quintcast of the three all together. Maybe it would have been insane, but I just never did it. You can definitely beat the game without using magic. Well, I kind of take that back, but so I don't, not to go into spoilers, but you can pretty much beat the game without really delving hard into Elemancy or magic. Kind of makes me wish they kind of implemented it a little bit differently, but it's still good. But I just loved attacking. Yeah, I spent like a good 100 and something hours on Final Fantasy 15. Trying to do all the side quests, trying to do all the hunts. I actually streamed fighting the one of the super bosses, like the hunts. It takes like about 40 minutes or an hour. Not spoiling it, but it's a reoccurring enemy in the series. Huge as hell. Maybe you guys know what it is. It wasn't hard, it just pretty dang long. That was it. So that guy mentioned that we can go to the deep darkness if we had a submarine. And it's like, oh, well, crap, where the hell am I going to get something like that? Maybe we can, ask around? Oh, well, look, conveniently, Brick Road has a vehicle collection, but the thing is, we gotta talk to him about it. So that means, literally, we have to go through the entire dungeon again. Which, you know, it's not long, it's just, it could be a little inconvenient because you gotta fight the enemies, get in the way. But F it, I skipped all that for you guys. Except right here where I leveled up with Jeff, I think. Yeah, because his picture thing is elevated there. So, yeah. Besides that, I cut out a good 5 minutes of simply walking around and getting into fights. HP by 26, that's pretty dang nice. And look, magically with the power of editing, we are on the 4th floor again, and if we talk to him, he's like, oh, well, yeah, there's a... You remember that thing we passed at the very beginning? We saw, like, the cab and all that? That's where it's at. But instead, we want to take the other hole, the goodbye exit. You might remember how I was actually examining it when I was first coming down here, but that the sign was blocking its way. now it magically is to the side. It's like, oh, well, okay, thank you, game. I will take it. So, I'm not really sure I brought up how there's a little bit of slowdown. I'm not sure it's because that's so much going on the screen, but what are you going to do? Remember how the sign also said that you might come up here later? Sure enough, there's a present up there. I'm not sure. The talisman ribbon is actually, I think it's only for Paula, if I'm not mistaken. So at this point, I'm like, oh crap! I need to get rid of something. Let's use the skip sandwich, which if you guys don't know, it just makes us walk faster and heals us up a little bit. So it's like, oh, nice. Now we can run around just a little bit more. And actually, now that I think about it, hold on a minute. Oh, I think my parents are home, so I'll be back in a second. This is a professional, getting up in the middle of the recording. But it also is a reason why I don't like post-commentary. I can't edit it out. I just want to keep it all going. Well, I guess I could edit it out. There's actually a mistake on my part. No, I could edit it out, but frankly, I don't want to. Now, if I was doing it live, I would edit all this out, you know, and I know exactly the times and all that. Nah, maybe I'm just finicky and picky when it comes to how I like to record and edit my LPs, but, you know, you do it for so long, you kind of get comfortable in a certain way, you know? But you always want to try new things. Hell yeah. And there's a telephone if you guys want. If you want to call your dad, save, call your mama so you don't get homesick, which thankfully hasn't happened in a while since I played this game. Then again, since it's been months since I played the game last, I'm not sure if it was actually too long ago. So he has a secret hobby of collecting old vehicles, which actually I think that happens quite a lot. People like they like collecting antiques and old vehicles. Maybe it's gonna be like a restoration project for them. And revitalizing machine. Dear God, I was like, how did I say that word again? It sucks. It's like obviously I know how to say it. It doesn't, the words don't want to form properly in my mouth, and it makes me feel like a dum-dum. But regardless, we can use this to instantly heal up. And I'm not sure if I ever mentioned this, but that thing always reminds me of the sleeping chamber, or honestly, the revitalizing machine in Chrono Trigger. So now I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, when were these games released? Well, which one came out first? I want to say that Chrono Trigger came out before, because I thought Earthbound was one of the later NES, Super Nintendo games. I thought anyway, because wasn't it? Well, actually, that was Mother 3. I know they're going to make a Mother 64, but I think that was just going to be Mother 3. I think. So, you know, I was also laughing too, because at that point they said that Jeff and his friends literally picked up the submarine and walked out of Dungeon Man. I'm like, what the hell is that thing made of then? Or are they insanely strong? You know what? Maybe they are. If all these monsters are fighting, I mean, I'm sure they must be buff as hell. So that could explain it. Or maybe it's just a video game. Maybe I really shouldn't think too much into it. But you guys know me damn well enough that I love questioning things. It brings up topics of discussion, and it makes me lose my mind. Even stuff like this, I'm like, these transition periods, it's like, okay, come on, monkey! A couple monkeys, look at that. So, we're actually in a new area. This is the deep darkness. And apparently that bird is the phone. How does that work? Don't think about it too much. But, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's episode. Can't believe I talked for that long in one go. Remember how I told you it kind of takes a lot out of you? Kind of what happened here. Granted, I didn't need to talk for all that time, but, whatever. So next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will go ahead and investigate the deep darkness and see what exactly is going to be in store for us. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time for Let's Play Earthbound. Have a great day!